Hello friends, in this video lecture we are going to do analysis of M-derived low-pass filter to overcome the limitations of constant K filter. Figure shows circuit diagram of low-pass filter as per concept we have seen in a previous video lecture. That is, it has in a shunt arm two impedances are there. One is capacitance and second is a inductance. The impedance Z1 is given as J omega Lm and Z2 dash related to the shunt arm, it is a combination of capacitance and inductive reactances. So this is a Z2 dash equal to 1 upon J omega Cem plus 1 minus omega square divided by 4m J omega L. These are series and shunt arm impedances of low pass filter. Now we'll calculate a propagation constant e raised to gamma. So this equation is already we have derived in previous lectures. I have directly taken here. It is a e raised to gamma equal to 1 plus z1 dash divided by 2 z2 dash plus root z1 dash z2 dash into bracket 1 plus z1 dash divided by 4 z2 dash. If you see carefully, everywhere it is z1 dash divided by z2 dash, z1 dash divided by z2 dash. Here also it is a z1 dash divided by z2 dash. So my aim is that to calculate z1 dash divided by 4 z2 dash. Now we calculate the value of z1 dash divided by 4 z2 dash. So previously we have calculated the value of z1 dash. I put here j omega L m is the z1 dash and z2 dash I write here 4 into bracket. It is 1 upon j omega Cm plus right here 1 minus m square divided by 4m j omega L. I put this value into the equation of z1 dash divided by z2 dash. So right, it is equal to j omega Lm divided by 4. Rearrange this equation just like this. I take a denominator, that is a 4m j omega Cm, then I multiply this at a numerator, so it becomes 4m plus 1 minus m square, then j omega L, then multiplied by j omega. So this is bracket. So right here it is equal to j omega L m multiplied by 4m, it is 4m square, then omega c, right, this is a j, is 4m square omega c, this is a j, right, 4 into bracket 4m plus 1 minus m square. I directly write it is a j square, right? This plus becomes a minus, so right, it is a minus, j square is a minus 1 minus m square. Next part is a omega square. Next, it is omega square is there. Then m, then L and C. Okay. Then write it is equal to, that is z1 dash divided by 4 z2 dash equal to j is a minus, then 4 m square omega square, then this is m square and this m is there, this is a m cube, right here. This is omega square, then m cube is there, m cube, then L and C. So right here it is L and C. So it is minus 4 m cube omega square LC divided by 4 into bracket. It is a 4m minus 1 minus m square omega square m LC. Okay. So this 4 and 4 cancel to each other. So right here minus omega square m cube LC divided by, I take m is common in both, I take m outer side. So right here 4 minus 1 minus m square, then omega square LC bracket 1 m cancel. Okay, so right here z1 dash divided by 4 z2 dash, it is equal to minus omega square m square LC, 1 m has cancelled, divided by 4 minus 1 minus m square omega square LC. Okay, so this is very important formula we are going to use everywhere in the next part. Z1 dash, it is an important formula, it is required for next part also. So because of that I am highlighting this formula. Square LC. Okay. So this is a Z1 dash by 4 Z2 dash. Now we'll see the passband. For a passband, we calculate generally e raised to gamma should be a real. So right here e raised to gamma is a real in a passband is possible only when I write here this e raised to gamma depends on z1 dash divided by 4 z2 dash. It is possible when z1 dash divided by 4 z2 dash should be greater than minus 1 and less than 0. If this condition is satisfied, at that time only it e raised to gamma is a real, otherwise it goes to the imaginary. When it goes to imaginary, so right here, so this is a condition for passband. So I put the value of z1 dash 4 z2 dash in this equation. So right here it is minus 1 less than minus omega square m square LC divided by 4 minus 1 minus m square omega square LC is less than 0. I rearrange this equation in terms of omega square. So right here it is 4 minus 1 minus m square omega square LC divided by m square LC. Right here omega square should be less than this value and greater than 0. So right here e raised to gamma is a real when it satisfies the condition. This is a condition. So our next aim is to calculate a cutoff frequency. So for a cutoff frequency, right here we know for cutoff frequency omega square should be equal to 4 minus 1 minus m square omega square LC divided by m square LC. So we are going to find omega c. So I call this is omega c square also. This is omega c square also. So right here omega c square m square LC equal to 4 minus 1 minus m square omega c square LC. I take this 1 minus m square omega c square LC to the LHS side, so it becomes omega c square m square LC, then plus 1 minus m square omega c square LC, it is equal to 4. So common is omega c square LC, so omega c square LC into bracket m square plus 1 minus m square bracket complete equal to 4. So m square cancel. So right here omega c square LC, it is equal to 4. So right here omega c square LC, it is equal to 4 from previous slide. So write omega c square equal to 4 by LC. So omega c, it is equal to 2 by root LC. If you try to find FC, how do you write? 2 pi FC, it is equal to 2 divided by root LC. Then FC equal to 2 divided by 2 pi root LC, 2 cancel. So right here FC equal to 1 by pi root LC. See carefully, if you compare the cutoff frequency of this M derived, this is a M derived filter cutoff frequency. If you compare this M derived cutoff frequency to the constant K filter cutoff frequency, constant K filter cutoff frequency is given as FC equal to 1 upon pi root LC. So meaning is that the cutoff frequency of constant K filter and M derived filter both have the same. So at the same time, at the time of the modification of a filter, we calculated Z2 dash only when ZIT of constant K filter is same as ZIT of M derived filter. So meaning is that if both have a same cutoff frequency, same attenuation constant, same that is image impedance or a characteristic impedance, then what you can be achieved means what you can achieve by designing the new derived filter. So now we try to concentrate. So what modification has done in a M derived filter so that all the disadvantages or limitations are overcome of constant K filter. Now we'll see that modification, that is infinite frequency. So what is the concept of infinite frequency? We have seen that in attenuation constant characteristic, this is alpha and this is F. So FC, so it is attenuation characteristics. In a previous derivation, we have seen that for constant K filter and M derived filter, FC is the same. It is 1 upon pi root LC. But at the same time, we see that this region is attenuation is very less, so it is in a dilemma to decide it is a passband or a stop band. So our aim is that in this region you do such that the attenuation should be a infinite. Are you getting me? The attenuation should be infinite. If in this region, if attenuation becomes infinite, then at that time no signal passes through the this attenuation band, and you will get a sharp cutoff frequency. Okay, so So what is our aim? That to calculate this point that is related to frequency, that is called as a f infinite. F infinite nothing but a frequency at which attenuation becomes a infinite. So that is our next aim, to calculate a frequency at which attenuation becomes a infinite. Friends, in the previous slides, we have seen that e raised to gamma is a propagation constant. Okay, from that we can derive passband and stop band characteristics. E raised to gamma depends on Z1 divided by 4Z2. Okay, and if I say that if Z1 divided by 4Z2 becomes an infinite, then e raised to gamma also becomes an infinite. If what is a gamma? Gamma it is equal to alpha plus j beta. So meaning is that if gamma becomes an infinite, so what is the conclusion? So alpha also becomes a infinite. So our aim is that to get a infinite attenuation constant in a stop band. So this is a first limitations can be overcome by selecting this alpha. So it is possible by making Z1 by 4 Z2 as a infinity. Now see next, to find Z1 and Z2 as a infinite. So right here we know Z1 by 4 Z2, it is equal to right here minus omega square m square LC divided by 4 minus 1 minus m square omega square LC. Okay, this is the formula of Z1 divided by 4 Z2. So what is our aim? Our aim to make this as a infinite. It becomes a infinite only when denominator becomes a zero. Are you getting that? When denominator becomes a zero only totally depends on a m. So select the value of m such that denominator becomes a zero. When denominator becomes a zero, then this total term becomes infinite. When this becomes infinite, e raised to gamma becomes infinite, and obviously alpha becomes infinite. So selection of m value is very important. So therefore m value should be greater than 0 but less than 1. At that time you will get a better response. Okay, now this modification, this you can do this adjustment only in a m derived filter. So it's not possible in a constant k filter. So because of that, m derived filter is called as a modification of constant k filter to overcome the limitation. Okay, now we find, I write here, what is our aim? To keep 4 minus 1 minus m square omega square LC, it is equal to 0. I try to find a frequency at which it becomes an infinity. So right here, I take, this is a 4. If I take this sign, this is 4 equal to 1 minus m square omega square LC. I can also write omega square, it is equal to 4 divided by 1 minus m square LC. So right here omega square, omega it is equal to 2 divided by root 1 minus m square. This is a LC. It is a infinite. Okay. So it is, how to calculate infinite frequency? So infinite frequency omega infinity, it is equal to 2 divided by root 1 minus m square LC. See here we have got two frequencies. One is a cutoff frequency 1 upon pi root LC, and second is omega infinity. I can also write in terms of f infinity. F infinity, it is equal to 2 divided by 2 pi. So 1 divided by pi root 1 minus m square. Then it is a LC. It is a value of infinite frequency at which attenuation becomes a infinite. Okay. So this is a concept of infinite frequency. Okay. Now this is a modified version of attenuation constant achievement. So we see in depth as per previous concept. So right here we calculate value of that is omega infinity or f infinity equal to 1 upon pi root 1 minus m square LC. Okay, and what is the FC? FC equal to 1 upon pi root LC at f infinity. So what happens at f infinity? At f infinity, z1 dash divided by 4 z2 dash becomes a infinity, same concept. Then e raised to gamma becomes a infinity. Then alpha becomes a infinity. So it is shown in the figure. So this is a constant K attenuation. Here it is a cutoff frequency. It is a stop band. Then this is a omega infinity. So at this point here attenuation is very less for a constant K attenuation. But here at omega infinity attenuation is very high. So at the same time you see that if you compare the roll-off of a attenuation constant, it is M derived filter has a sharp attenuation constant. So because of that, for a M derived filter stop band, it has a maximum attenuation than the constant K filter. Okay. So this is the first limitation overcome by M derived filter. Now, next part we'll see that how it can be achieved. That is omega infinity, how it can be achieved. So, concept says that it can be achieved by using a resonant frequency. So, the series arm is very important part. This is a shunt arm is very important part. By resonant frequency of this, you can achieve the infinite attenuation at a frequency. So we know resonant frequency Fr, it is equal to 1 upon right here 2 pi root LC. Put the value of L and C, 1 upon 2 pi L value, that is 1 minus m square divided by 4m L, then C is mc. So write Fr, it is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi, then write here root 1 minus this m cancel. So 1 minus m square LC divided by 4. So right here Fr, it is equal to 2. 4 root is a 2. 2 divided by 2 pi root 1 minus m square LC. 2 cancel. So Fr, it is equal to 1 divided by pi root 1 minus m square LC. Okay, this is a resonant frequency. And what is the infinite frequency? Infinite frequency, it is equal to 1 upon pi root 1 minus m square LC. So what is the conclusion? Conclude, see both are same. So I say that Fr equal to F infinity. So meaning is that how do you get The maximum attenuation will get maximum attenuation limitation